Alright guys, welcome to this beginner video, $2 cost averaging on Coinbase. Because currently the prices of Bitcoin are very high, and because everybody's just kind of getting warmed up right now, I can see already all my friends are calling me, should I invest in Bitcoin, should I buy this, should I buy that, what should I do? Well, you guys are a little bit late to the party, to be honest with you. We had 3 years of a bear market where it was plenty of time to buy under 10,000, and now we have to buy at above 30,000. So my advice always is to anybody that asks me is dollar cost average in, because that is the only method that is simple, convenient, and that has been proven time and time again to be profitable. Now, anything else that you do could obviously increase your profits, but it could also increase your losses. That's why if you're a beginner and you just want to get started, I would highly recommend that you just do dollar cost averaging, okay? So, because Coinbase is a little bit of an oversimplified interface, even I had problem finding how do you dollar cost average. So I had to go and find a guide, and well, it's simple enough, but it's not intuitive. At least it wasn't for me. So let me just show you how you can dollar cost average. So first you gotta verify your account, obviously. Then you gotta add a payment method. I just put in my credit card, which is really handy. But obviously, if you're going to be doing larger amounts, you will want to do a bank transfer, because bank transfers are much cheaper. There's a pretty hefty fee that you're gonna be paying if you do a credit card transfer. Plus, you're going to be limited to smaller amounts. I think in around about $500 or euro. So the next step is you want to start buying, but you're not sure how much to buy, when to buy. So we're just going to do dollar cost averaging. Okay, so let's say we're going to deposit $500 and want to invest 25 weekly for the next whatever that is, so 20 weeks. Okay, so that means we're going to be investing for about slightly less than half a year. So by the end of the year, hopefully we're going to have a bull run this year. So by the end of the year, you should be able to double, triple, maybe even quadruple your money. Depends. But hey, listen, a worst case scenario, you're going to lose a certain amount. If this goes back down to 10,000, let's say, you're not going to lose 20%, you're not going to lose 66%, but you're going to lose maybe 40% or maybe even less. Okay, so this is a method that's going to limit your loss, but it's not going to limit your profits. But this is something I would highly recommend for beginners, just when you're first getting started, because it's very easy to be over enthusiastic, get it all in on this, and then all of a sudden be wrecked the next day, and then you panic, and then you sell, and then it goes up, and then you buy again, and you're just going to be, trust me, you're going to get wrecked, because it's going to play on your emotions. And this is a difficult game. Even though it looks easy, trust me, it's not. Okay, so this is what you do. This has been proven time and time again to work the best, and it's the simplest method as well. So let's do it. Okay, so how do we do it on Coinbase? Well, let's click on buy crypto here, and you see here you can pick what you want to buy. I'm just going to stick with Bitcoin, and I have my credit card linked here, but obviously you can have your bank account. And then you have this one-time purchase option here. I don't know if you can see this. So if I click on one-time purchase, I can actually say, okay, I want to buy every week, and I'm going to put in the amount. I want to buy 25 euro every week, and then I can hit buy. But obviously I'm not going to do that because I'm already heavily invested in Bitcoin. Well, heavily, I suppose that's a relative term, but I'm fully invested as much as I want to be right now. Then you hit preview buy, and we probably have to click a few more options after that, but this is how you do it. Super simple. Now, the one thing to be aware of is this is called the recurring purchase, if you're looking for it. So here is the article. So if you put recurring purchases, you're going to be able to find this article, and maybe if you need any additional help. However, the fees are not very transparent at all, because there's the article here about dollar cost averaging. However, look at that, it was 8 months ago, somebody asked, so if I went to dollar cost average, so what day, week, month, when would that purchase be made? So if I went to purchase each week on a given day at a certain time, I do not see a way to do this. So I was informed that you make a purchase and choosing a recurring time frame that will set a recurring purchase into motion. It might be at the same time that you buy your initial purchase, because your initial purchase is made immediately after you set up this recurring purchase. So it's going to do it immediately now, and then mainly in weekly intervals at the exact same day, at the exact same time, it's going to continue doing those purchases. I don't know, it's not clearly explained, and it's not in the help article either. And nobody's answered this particular person. Plus, the other thing we don't know is the fees. So how much are you going to be paying? If you're going to be buying small amounts like 25 euros, I actually found the fees. Here we go. So Coinbase pricing and fees disclosures. is actually very, very similar to what we suspected. So if you're going to buying amounts less than 10, the fee is going to be 99 in whatever currency that you operate. If you go between 10 and up to equal to 25, the fee is going to be 149, so that's the same as Gemini. If you go above 29 but less than 50, the fee is going to be 199. So actually, if you went 26, you would be paying a much higher fee. So if you do go above 25, then maybe 50 would be the next logical point to go. At that point, you'll be paying a slightly lesser fee. And then if you go above 50, you want to go to, well, at least 100. And at that stage, that would be 299, and that would be 3%. Okay, so those are the fees. I would imagine these fees are pretty much the same as on recurring buys as on regular buys, because these are already extremely high. I would hope they're not even higher for recurring fees. There's not like an additional fee for that. Fingers crossed, hopefully not. It does not mention recurring buys at all here. So I would just assume that those fees are the same. However, when you do start your recurring buys, do keep an eye on your funds, see when exactly they're showing up in your account, see how much you're getting and how much you're being charged, so you know exactly what's going on. And if you're not happy with it, then obviously you can change it, cancel it or whatever. Now, so in terms of buying with credit cards, Australia is paying nearly 4%, Canada the same, Europe. Well, it looks like debit cards only are allowed, and they do charge 4% for that as well. For SEPA, it's only 15 cents in and out, although there's a little asterisk there, which I'm not sure where that is referenced to. And instant card withdrawals are 2% fees and a minimum of 0.55. Now, so Singapore, UK, and the interesting thing is US. Look at this. If you do wire in, they charge you 10, and wire out, they charge you 25. So super expensive. Whereas for credit cards, it's $3.99. I believe that used to be $2.99. I think that's gone up in the meantime during the bear market. So I mean, the fees are high, but for what we're going to be doing, as you know, simple investors who really don't want to deal with the hassles, it's something that we're just going to have to gobble up, unfortunately. So don't do it daily. I definitely would recommend doing it daily, small amounts daily. Go at least 25, maybe 50 or even 100. Obviously, that depends on your budget. But the higher you go, the lower the fees are going to be, okay? Because percentages drop to, I think, I don't know, I couldn't find the article. However, I did find this video on YouTube, and you should watch it. It's pretty good, dollar cost averaging with Bitcoin. And they will show you how to do this on the Gemini exchange. And here they do actually clarify that for small amounts of like $25, they will take a 1.49 fee, which represents 6%. And if you do the 100, the fee drops to 3%. So obviously, you know, I mean, 100 weekly for 20 weeks is going to be a lot of money. Not everybody can afford to do that. But, you know, start small and then see how you get on. There was some other conversation here that if you do have an active trader account, you are then allowed to put limit orders. But I mean, you can't really put limit orders on dollar cost averaging, because you're just going to be buying at the market at that particular point in time. So, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about the exact time, the exact day, or any of that sort of stuff, because, you know, is it a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Sunday? What's the best day to buy? It's impossible to know. It really varies. Is it the start of the day, the middle of the day, the end of the day? Again, impossible to know. These things go up and down, up and down. That's precisely why you do dollar cost averaging, to avoid all these questions. When should I do it? And it takes the emotions out as well. So that is really important, because otherwise, you know, it's difficult. It's tricky. You really do need to know very well what you're doing, or you're going to most likely lose money. Because even though this is, we do expect 2021 to be a bull market, there are most likely going to be 4 or 5 maybe major pullbacks of like 30%, 20%, maybe even 50% along the way. And believe you me, if you put in a large amount in a single purchase and it goes down 30, 50%, you're going to be very, very, very tempted to sell. Whereas you should be doing the opposite. You should be buying. Okay, so even though you're going to be paying some extra fees, it's most likely going to work out better for you. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. Okay, well, that's it. A very short tutorial here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helped you out. If it did, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. This is what we're all about here, just helping beginners get started in crypto and help them avoid making really costly mistakes that are common with beginner crypto investors. All right, guys, see you in the next one.